D.B. Cooper jumped from an airliner in flight.
Once his demands had been met, jumps out of a damn jet in the middle of the night.
She provided the FBI with the guitar strap in this photo.
He was just another passenger, but today, master criminal.
He was a kind of a god.
You believe that your uncle was D.B. Cooper?
Yes, I do.
This is the only hijacking in the United States that has been unsolved.
The identity of D.B. Cooper has been a mystery since November 24th, 1971.
The first man in U.S. history to hijack a plane.
November 24th, 1971. A seemingly normal man approached the counter of Northwest Orient Airlines at Portland International Airport. Armed with only cash, he purchased a one-way ticket on Flight 305, a short hop to Seattle-Tacoma Airport, commonly known as SeaTac. Dressed in a manner that hinted at anonymity and sophistication, the man identified himself as Dan Cooper. His appearance was unassuming, a white male in his mid-40s with brown eyes and dark hair. He wore a black or brown business suit, a white shirt, and a thin black tie. A black raincoat adorned his frame, and he sported brown shoes. Clutching a black case and a nondescript brown paper bag, Cooper settled into his seat 18E, the last row of the Boeing 727 aircraft. As the flight crew prepared for departure, Cooper started to hatch a plan, carefully mapping out his surroundings and getting himself acquainted with the flight attendant bay. The flight was destined to take only 30 minutes, ferrying the passengers from Portland to SeaTac, Seattle-Tacoma. However, the stage was set for a crime that would capture the world's imagination. At approximately 2:50 p.m. PST, Flight 305 ascended into the sky, the engines roaring it toward its destination. On board were 37 passengers and a crew of 6, including Captain William A. Scott, First Officer William J. Radizak, Flight Attendant Florence Schaffner, and Tina Mucklow. With the plane airborne, the ordinary trajectory of this uneventful flight took an extraordinary turn. Sitting in the last row, Cooper composed a note, handing the letter to Flight Attendant Florence Schaffner. Unfolding the note, Schaffner's eyes scanned the words written in neat capital letters, a message that would shatter the normalcy of the flight. The note delivered a chilling message. "Miss, I have a bomb in my briefcase, and I want you to sit by me." With that ominous revelation, Cooper grasped the aircraft's fate. A decision was made. Schaffner returned the note to Cooper and took the seat beside him, her demeanor betraying her understanding of the gravity of the situation. Cooper opened his briefcase with practiced efficiency, revealing a set of red cylinders arranged in 2 rows. These, he claimed, were the components of a bomb. A wire and a large cylindrical battery connected these ominous objects. He signaled to a device in his hand that he exclaimed was the detonator. His intentions were explicit. This was a hijacking, a heist in the sky. Cooper's demands began to unfold, a calculated choreography that would set the wheels of a daring escape in motion. Tina Mucklow, a newbie flight attendant, was tasked with delivering a note to the cockpit, communicating Cooper's conditions. She would now become the intermediary between the government and the hijacker. A tense negotiation played out in whispered conversations and coded interactions. Cooper requested $200,000 in $20 bills and 4 parachutes, 2 front, 2 back. He also requested that fuel trucks must await the aircraft's arrival in Seattle. As the minutes stretched, the aircraft circled over Seattle for 2 hours as the authorities decided on their next step. The heist was on. Northwest Minneapolis offices were notified. U.S. Attorney General John N. Mitchell's decision marked the inception of a chain reaction. A staggering $200,000 ransom in unmarked $20 bills was swiftly assembled as they were ordered to. The other passengers on the plane had no idea what was going on, and they were only informed that they were having some mechanical problems. Cooper seemed unusually calm. Mucklow later told reporters that Cooper signaled towards landmarks as the plane circled the city, as if he was on a fun tour ride. He even ordered another glass of bourbon and paid for it as well, even though he didn't have to. At this point, Mucklow mustered up the courage to ask Cooper's reason for doing this. Did he perhaps have a grudge against the airline or someone on board? Cooper was never cruel or nasty, and he behaved like a gentleman during his conversations with Mucklow. He replied, "No, miss, I don't have a grudge against your airline. I just have a grudge." As the plane landed, Cooper received his ransom in 2 briefcases of unmarked bills. All of the bills had previously been filmed by the police. He declined the parachutes as they were military and were swiftly replaced with civilian ones. All the unsuspecting passengers were let go, including some of the staff. But Cooper asked Tina Mucklow to stay for the next flight. His plane was ultimately refueled and went up. Cooper gave out new instructions where he told the pilots that their destination was Mexico City. He also gave specific instructions for the plane to fly at the lowest speed possible, at 115 miles per hour while not going above 10,000 feet. Cooper was told that the plane wouldn't make it to Mexico City, and they had to refuel again. Nevada's Reno Tahoe Airport was chosen. They landed, refueled, and were in the air again. As the plane flew over the town of La Center, Washington, Cooper had the rear exit stairs brought down, and he was gone, parachuting into the night, never to be seen again. Next up came a series of police and FBI investigations, scanning the landing area for months, using all means possible, but there was no trace of him. D.B. Cooper vanished into the night that day. The FBI even used a submarine in a nearby lake to find any clue as to his landing spot. They, however, discovered the remains of a girl that was abducted and murdered. Tina Mucklow was annoyed by investigators and journalists for years to come, tearing her social life to shreds. December 8, 1971. The trail of uncertainty deepened as U.S. Attorney General John N. Mitchell released the serial numbers of the $20 bills constituting Cooper's ill-gotten ransom. The nation waited with bated breath for a break in the case. But initially, no bills surfaced, sparking speculations that Cooper might have met his demise during his daring skydive. The mystery surrounding the events only intensified, with many pondering whether the elusive Cooper vanished into thin air or slipped through the grasp of law enforcement. The dissemination of these serial numbers, however, may have inadvertently spurred Cooper's inclination to evade capture and disappear into the shadows. April 7, 1972. The narrative takes an unexpected twist as Richard Floyd McCoy hijacks a Boeing 727, echoing the audacity of Cooper's heist, demanding a sizable ransom of $500,000 and 4 parachutes. McCoy mirrors Cooper's modus operandi. Ultimately, he leaps from the airborne aircraft over Provo, Utah, plunging into the annals of history as yet another enigmatic figure. The FBI scrutinizes McCoy, suspecting a potential link to the elusive D.B. Cooper. Despite their suspicions, McCoy's alibi in Las Vegas serves as his dismissal, leading authorities to believe he is not the mysterious figure who captured the nation's attention. 1978. Though not significant to the case, but this event still casts suspicion on the airline itself. Northwest Airlines parted ways with the plane that served as the backdrop for the audacious skyjacking by selling it to Piedmont Airlines in North Carolina. Meanwhile, a hunter's astonishing discovery in Washington adds to the mystique. Unearthed is a placard verified to have once adorned the aft stairs of the Boeing 727 Cooper had famously commandeered. Maybe he fancied a souvenir from his big heist. February 1980. The story of D.B. Cooper's legacy takes an unexpected twist as 8-year-old Brian Ingram stumbled upon a disturbing discovery along the banks of the Columbia River near Vancouver, Washington. Amid the decomposing remains, he unearthed $5,800 in $20 bills. The remarkable detail, however, lies in the serial numbers on these deteriorated bills that match those of Cooper's ransom. It becomes a watershed moment, marking the lone instance of Cooper money ever to be recovered. Maybe some of the cash he had tied with himself might have fallen during his descent. Who knows? There still might be huge sums of cash lying in the forest just waiting to be discovered. 1985. Amid the captivating intrigue of Cooper's escapade, a book titled D.B. Cooper: What Happened is published. Based on interviews with a woman who claims to witness the aftermath of Cooper's feat, the narrative weaves a tale of discovery, injury, and unlikely romance. This narrative, however, is met with skepticism and doubt by many, adding another layer of mystery to the already enigmatic case. People really took chances to milk the story into something profitable. 1986. FBI agents Ralph P. Himmelsbach and Thomas K. Worcester delved into the investigation through their book, Norjack, The Investigation of D.B. Cooper. Their perspective leaned towards the notion that Cooper's daring jump had resulted in his demise. but no remains were found during an extensive search of the proposed landing area. June 1, 1989. Another Cooper emerged as a fugitive. John List was apprehended for a gruesome crime that involved the murder of his mother, wife, and 3 children in 1971. Former FBI agent Himmelsbach speculated that List was a viable suspect in the Cooper case. However, List vehemently denied any involvement, leaving the Cooper saga uncertain. 1991. The D.B. Cooper case gained new dimensions as FBI agent Russell Kalam and former parole officer Bernie Rhodes unveiled D.B. Cooper, the Real McCoy. Their compelling book explored the intriguing hypothesis that McCoy might be Cooper. Clues such as newspaper clippings about Cooper found in McCoy's car, and McCoy's family asserting that a mother-of-pearl tie clasp left behind on the jet was his, intertwined their fates. Then again, these are still speculations with no clear evidence at all. November 24, 1996. The 25th anniversary of Cooper's perplexing leap was commemorated with a lavish 11-hour celebration at the Ariel Store and Tavern in southwestern Washington. The small town with 50 inhabitants fueled speculation that it might be the landing spot of Cooper. This annual tradition lures enthusiasts across the United States, offering raffles for Cooper memorabilia, a contest for the best Cooper look-alike, and a breathtaking fireworks display. The past iconic Boeing 727-100 aircraft that played the pivotal role in the Cooper skyjacking reached the end of its journey, finding its fate in the scrapyards of Memphis. July 24, 2000. The intrigue deepened as the U.S. News and World Report articles spotlighted a dramatic deathbed confession. Dwayne L. Weber, in his final moments, allegedly confessed to being D.B. Cooper himself. Weber's wife adds weight to this revelation by recounting compelling circumstantial evidence that seemingly links her late husband to the audacious skyjacker. However, the FBI, employing advanced techniques such as fingerprint analysis and DNA comparison, dismissed Weber as a viable suspect. 2007. A new chapter unfolded as Lyle Christensen stepped forward, contacting detectives at the Sherlock Investigations private agency. Lyle's conviction is unshakable. His brother, Kenny Christensen, bears the undeniable mantle of being none other than the elusive Cooper. With this dramatic assertion, the intrigue surrounding Cooper's true identity and fate reached new heights, leaving the case ripe for further exploration and speculation. The mystery of Dan Cooper has a major impact on society. It fueled a number of conspiracy theories and also influenced a number of digital media platforms. However, one of the major facts that make D.B. Cooper a cultural phenomenon is the mystery behind his existence. Was he really there, or was he just another myth or an inside job? Nobody may ever know the reality behind Dan Cooper. If you like this video, consider subscribing to keep updated on our new releases. Comment down below any case you want us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.